2020, swarms of desert locusts descended on northern Kenya in the country's worst locust infestation in 70 years, eating crops and threatening the food security of 3 million people. The World Bank's International Development Association is dedicated to supporting the poorest countries hit by climate change.
A little over a year ago, billions of locusts blanketed the area in certain parts of Kenya.
This is the worst locust outbreak that Kenya has experienced in the last 70 years. So it was basically the northeast of Kenya, which typically is also, I would say, the most food insecure region in the entire country, right? So the biggest problem of the locusts is that they come and then they eat away, they almost wipe out vegetation altogether. And that obviously has a huge impact on the livestock population, and therefore it has a cascading impact on households who are primarily dependent upon the livestock earnings, actually.
How have they been coping with what was happening?
There is a lack of data, but what data shows is that people are selling off livestock assets. There could be people who are skipping meals a week, selling off other assets. So that's the usual coping mechanisms as to how they cope with these kinds of disasters.
The locust plague has been linked to climate change, the result of powerful cyclones in the Arabian Peninsula and heavy rains vegetating normally dry areas where locusts breed.
And so the conditions for the locusts to multiply was very enabling. And the locusts can multiply like hell. I mean, each locust lays something like 80 to 100 eggs, out of which almost 40 to 50 survive. So they multiplied, and then all the wind kind of direction helped them to migrate for long distances. I mean, imagine where's Yemen and where's Kenya.
Yeah.
So. Yes, so the risk of this happening more often is high.
The World Bank wants to help the poorest countries like Kenya adapt and become more resilient. This assistance is being delivered through a so-called climate-smart agricultural project.
The specific pesticide that is required to kind of control this locust, and the specific biopesticide, because the biopesticide, the time it takes to act is longer, but it's environmentally safer. The chemical pesticide, the time it takes is shorter, but it's not environmentally as safe as it should be.
Moreover, it's very important to focus on locust outbreak prediction, forecasting based on data and machine learning to help prevent next invasions.
You need a lot of precise science to track down where they're breeding, where the eggs are being laid, how do you then kind of control those eggs. So more and more the use of data, science, forecasting is becoming all the more important. And I think Africa needs it most, right? I mean,
right.
Fortunately, all the technology is somewhere. But I think this is where Africa needs to really leapfrog. And if Africa can really benefit from technology, better forecasting and all that, then we can really deal with this problem.